Hello traders, so I wanted to go over 3 trades I took today. First was XLF. This is a trade that did not work. I was looking for a weekly high or low. And my thesis was that since we've been pulling back here on XLF, that if we saw any rest in QQQ, then this could take off. And so I also noticed, so down here on the daily time frame, it looks a little wedgy, but really on the 4-hour time frame, you can see it. And this is what I was looking for. Was for, we'd been sort of bouncing into this wedge, and I was looking for it to set a higher low against the low of Monday. And it was not able to do it. It did break down, but I did make an attempt. I got risk free, and then I got stopped out on that attempt. So I'm going to show you what I did. So right off the open, we pulled in, and right inside that balance here, I got long. So we hit this low. I think I got long right here, right in the open here somewhere. Got a nice bounce, put my stop in, and then I was waiting for it to work for all these minutes. And then it finally rolled over. At that point, I thought it could still go, but I knew just looking at QQQ on the day, so QQQ during the same time frame had a dip and then just started rallying hard. And as QQQ was continuing to be strong, I was like, well, if people are putting their money into tech, they're not going to be putting it into financials. That's the rotation game. So I kind of gave up on even trying on the trade. And at this point now, if I go back to XLF, we did continue down. Actually, if I go to the 15, you can see we continued down pretty sharply. We did break this low of last Friday, right there, with no follow through. And you'd think, oh, that might be a good place to get long. Like I should have tried this higher low, but no, because I'm still looking at this wedge pattern to play. And yes, it did break that and did push back up from there, but it's just not the right spot. Like if I recognize the wedge and I believe the wedge is real, I should really be looking to play the wedge. We've got 1, 2, 3 touches. It's possible that this is the higher low to come out of the wedge, but it's actually not higher. It's lower, even though there was no follow through. So I didn't really know what to do, so I just didn't do anything further on this trade. So that's that. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm not going to pursue this one anymore unless it really does dip in tomorrow and I see some strength, some weakness finally coming into QQQ, and I would consider a flush of these lows. Come down tomorrow, flush the low of the wedge, give me a little pattern to play, and I might give that a go right off the bottom of the wedge. I'd be looking for a break of that line, and so I might even just set an alert on this trend line. And so that's XLF. The second trade I took today was on NFLX, and NFLX, I'll show you on the daily time frame. NFLX has been just dumping. We're under daily EMA 12. We did get to, let's see here, we're below monthly EMA 12. We do have this 2021 top to contend with it. We're coming down and we're sort of looking for a higher low above that. And it's kind of clear if you look at it on the 3-month time frame. This was one that I found out about from Charting Man Dan at the Chart Guys. I thought this looked really nice, touching that 3-month EMA 12. And so down on the daily time frame, we had this flush off the earnings, and then we've been rallying since that. So we were a daily stair step up, and I was looking for the daily stair step to break. Let's go down to this time frame here. Yeah, you can see I was recognizing, we have this uptrend going, and I want to see it break, and then I want to try to get long, like on a higher low. So I'm really essentially looking for a daily higher low to be set today, and then find follow through and push through daily EMA 12 tomorrow. So I was watching this in the morning. We had this nice flush down, and you can see here, like, it was a pretty strong downtrend. What was I looking at it on? Right there. You can see I basically played the 1-minute stair step break. So we had this move down, balance, move down, and I got long against this 1-minute stair step break with the stop below the low. Got enough on this bounce to get risk free. Took half of the trade off and put in my stop. And I've been watching it all day long. It came up, was looking good. Started coming down, not so good. Rolled over big time, and now here up and away we go. So I'm kind of excited about this one, that it looks like it's really working now, because I mean, if that's a 3-month bottom, I'm just going to hold this position. I really don't have any plans to sell it at all anywhere. I'm just going to let it go and see what it can do. There's all kinds of resistance ahead. Daily EMA 12 it's got to contend with and get above. After that, it's got weekly. After that, it's got, monthly up there. So it's going to be a long, hard road if I'm going to hold this thing. But I'm really hoping that is a 3-month low and I've nailed it and I can just hold it for a long time. And that is that. And then finally, yes, I did trade silver today. And my hope on this trade was that, so actually yesterday into the close, I shorted some, and then I closed out most of it when it got to 4-hour EMA 12 in the after hours yesterday. Held a little runner, and then it opened up here overnight. So when I woke up in the morning, I sold it for a small loss on that little runner right up here. So that was fine though. Then on the morning we flushed down. So yeah, we flushed down in the pre-market, which would have been nice to hold on to my runner because I probably would have been able to get out flat. But either way, we rallied up, couldn't get above 100, and so I shorted it right here with my stop above 100, psychological. And I ended up taking it off. I took a portion off down here somewhere, and then I sold the rest once we had this confirmed little uptrend. Because I realized, I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame, and I was like, okay, well, for this thing to really get legs and move, it's got to get lower than that 4-hour low. Otherwise, this bounce was pretty decent. So we had a high, a 4-hour, higher low. Now we had a lower high, and if we can't get that break down to that level and break it, then we're going to be in balance. And honestly, I'm looking at this chart and look at this blue line here. The 4-hour EMA 12 is looking pretty strong. Like this is not a bad looking chart at all. I still think this looks quite bullish despite the volume we had yesterday in selling. So I'm not in this anymore. I just had a little win on that short from the morning, and then since then it's been kind of a mess. Like it just can't seem to get below that 4-hour EMA 12. So I'm no longer in that short, and I'm just like, this looks like a bullish chart to me. There's nothing wrong with this. It's like we rallied to crazy highs, got a little overextended, set a 4-hour higher low, and we're balancing. And if it keeps bouncing like this, we can totally just take off and go higher. So not going to even try to short this until I see some other proof that that might be the top, that the top is in. So that's that. I will follow up on KTOS, which is finally also lifting off from my hourly falling wedge, looking for the daily higher low that I talked about the other day. So this is a swing I'm planning on holding, hopefully for higher highs. I'm not going to take any profit on it until we get to these highs again. I've got an alert set there, and so I'm just kind of letting this one go now. I feel like I got really lucky on that entry, and it's showing some good strength. So that's it for me. Have a great night.